Well, we begin this week's Business of Health in Fort Wayne, where a renowned research center is pushing to become a magnet for MedTech companies from around the globe to plant roots in Indiana. Business of Health reporter Kylie Valletta here now with more. Kylie.
Well, that's right, Gary. And leaders are casting a wide net, saying that magnet will pull international companies to Northeast Indiana. For decades, the Parkview Mirro Center for Research and Innovation has been helping startups commercialize their ideas, mostly in early stage medical devices. The success has been snowballing, so the region is now launching the MedTech Global Gateway to step on the gas when it comes to attracting international companies. The Northeast Indiana Regional Partnership says the strategy is to create a soft landing place for early medtech companies by using tools already at the Mirro Center. Medical teams to see if a product meets a clinical need, researchers to test it, and a health informatics team to help design it.
We just have to lower the barrier for them to land in Indiana. Visa support, can they get non-dilutive funding through the IDC? If they do establish a headquarters in Indiana, that'll be a lot easier. And so that we've struggled with that in the past, where we tried to help get funding for international companies, but it's been historically a barrier. But I think that now we have a clear line of sight on engagement of the state to help lower that barrier.
The Fort Wayne region is already a sweet spot in the state for MedTech, with 100 plus medical device and technology companies generating about $19 billion annually, and the orthopedic capital of the world just 40 miles to the west. Some Purdue University civil engineers have study results that may make you want to snuff out that scented candle. The Boilermakers are the first to study how fragrance products like wax melts, essential oil diffusers, and other air fresheners pollute home air quality. Their research took place inside Purdue's Tiny House Lab, a first-of-its-kind lab that simulates a home environment. The team found the scented products fill the air with microscopic particles that are small enough to get deep into the lungs and spread to other organs.
The concentrations of nanoparticles that are being released during use of these scented products is very high. It is imperative that we understand and further investigate what negative health effects these particles can cause.
Purdue's Tiny House Lab has high-tech sensors that measure these new particles created by scented products. More studies are needed to evaluate the health risk.
Back to that first story, Kylie, on that MedTech effort. When you think of Warsaw, Northeast Indiana,
right,
you think of medical orthopedics, but this initiative is about more than orthopedics.
Right. I mean, orthopedics is the first thing that comes to mind, but
right.
Fort Wayne Metals is there. It is the largest producer of medical grade wire in the world.
Yep.
And these are wires that go into stents and pacemakers. It's got a long legacy there. So it goes far beyond orthopedics in Fort Wayne. That's just one example.
That's great. And Fort Wayne Metals is one of the great great entrepreneurial stories
exactly.
in the state too.
Right.
Thanks very much, Kylie.
Yep.